Okay, hello everybody. Sorry if there was a bunch of noise on the starting screen. My microphone fell off my desk and unplugged. Let's see. I want to add something to the top of the screen here. Probably should have added it from the beginning, but better late than never. Let's see, where's the font I want? I forget what it's called. Not that one, the other one. Okay. That's not working, right? There we go. Let's make that a lot smaller, though. That's a bit too big. Stop doing that. Oh my god, why does it keep doing that? There we go. Anyways, we are playing some more Tsukihime. Last time we defeated Nrvnqsr. Once again, not entirely sure what exactly we're gonna be doing this time around. Because this flowchart is not very easy to read. But, let's go ahead and get into it. Probably wondering what the heck there is to do. We beat Nero. What's left? Well, you'll see. I feel the morning sunlight. I keep my eyes closed as I try to fall asleep again, but the gentle sunlight keeps urging me to open my eyes. Slowly, I start to awaken. A quiet atmosphere. The air is comfortably cold, and yet it feels gentle. I guess the weather will be great today. Then I should get up and go to school. That's right, I have to go to school. The past 3 days, my life was in chaos, and it made me forget I was a student. I wake up. I'm lying on my bed, and my glasses are on the bedside. I put on my glasses and look around. The sunlight streams so strongly through the window, I almost expect to hear it pouring through. I take a quiet breath. I fill my lungs with fresh air, and it feels like my chest is purified. I hear the clock ticking. Small birds chirp in the woods outside. I stay on my warm bed, aimlessly feeling the relaxed passage of time. I'm back. Even though there's nothing special about this morning, right now I feel like there's something almost holy about it. Thank goodness. It really is good. Not the fact that I'm alive, nor that I was able to do something about that black vampire, but that even though I was in such a world, I was able to return to my normal days and feel happy about this morning. And then... Good morning, Shiki-sama. Ah! I jump up in my bed. Now that I look, Hisui is standing quietly at the side of my bed. Hisui! Please excuse me, Shiki-sama, but since you did not notice, I spoke. Well, I mean, I'm sorry too. Hisui respectfully bows to me. She surprised me. My heart is still pounding rapidly. Huh? But it's still before 7 o'clock, Hisui. Yes, it is a bit earlier than your usual waking time, Shiki-sama. Well, yes. Then why are you here, Hisui? I came to wake you up. Akiha-sama wants to know what you have been doing these last 2 days, so she wanted me to bring you no matter what. Ah, I forgot. Come to think of it, I skipped school last Saturday and was with Arcueid through all of Sunday. Don't tell me. Akiha's angry? I do not know. Please confirm for yourself, Shiki-sama. Hisui's voice sounds very cold. Wait a minute. Before that, why am I sleeping in my room? Shiki-sama, you returned around 2 o'clock in the morning. Nei-san found you sleeping in the doorway and carried you up to your room. What? My mouth hangs open. That's bad. Not contacting anyone for 2 days, returning in the middle of the night, and sleeping by the doorway. I'm acting like a drunk. That woman treating me like some sort of cat. Arcueid's face flashes in my mind. But maybe I do have to be thankful for her carrying me as far as the entrance. Alright, I'll head down immediately. And if possible, I'd be happy if you tried to calm her down as much as possible. I refuse. Hello, a snake. Welcome, welcome. I refuse, she answers. Maybe Hisui might be also angry at me. One problem after another. The owner of this mansion is Akiha, so does this mean that if Akiha's angry, no one is there to defend me? Well, time to get up. I can't do anything staying in bed. Ow. As soon as I stand, pain shoots throughout my entire body. Last night's wounds? Headphones, what are you doing? Turn back on. I love when my headphones randomly disconnect even though they're literally plugged in. Oh yeah. If there's anything to be surprised about, it's the fact that I'm still alive. Even though I was that wounded and bloody, I still managed to wake up normally. It just isn't natural. Shiki-sama, those are... That's rare. Hisui widens her eyes and looks at me. Whoa, Hisui is making an expression. What? Is there something wrong? I look down at my body. And... What is this? A pattern of red spots covers my pajamas everywhere. Of course, this design wasn't ever here. It's my blood soaking through everywhere. Oh dude, I've been there. Hisui suppresses her words. I'm thankful. It lets me calm down. The reason for the bleeding is clear, but since I can't tell her why, I have to lie to make her not worry. Shiki-sama, your body... I'm fine. Nothing hurts. See, didn't I come back late at night? Truth is, I was in a fight, and that's why I came home late. These wounds are from that fight, and they're just scratches, so don't worry about them. Hisui's eyes implore me, saying, please do not tell lies. But from her standpoint, she probably can't ask me any further. I feel sorry, but I'll have to stick with my lie. So could you please not tell Akiha about this? She would get really mad if she heard about me getting in fights. Yes, I understand. Definitely, Akiha-sama will not find out. Hisui nods. Thanks. I have another request. Do you have any disinfectant? I have a lot of scrapes all over my body, so I want to take care of them. Yes, I will bring some right away. What is it? She looks really uncomfortable all of a sudden. Shiki almost died when killed. In any case, I'm glad she went to get me some disinfectant. Once she brings it here, I can take care of it by myself. It's only slight pain, so anything that hides the blood is good. Thanks for waiting! The one who opens the door and walks in isn't Hisui, but Kohaku-san. In her hand, she carries a box with a red cross on it. Huh? Kohaku-san? Yeah. Yes, I heard about this situation from Hisui-chan. Shiki-san, you went out and got in a fight? No, not really. I can't come up with any other explanation. Jeez, you shouldn't be doing those things. It's okay to be naughty, but you shouldn't be violent. It's just painful for the one doing it and the one receiving it. Painful for the one hitting and the one getting hit, huh? Kohaku-san's words hit me pretty heavily. Yeah, that's right. Hitting is only painful. Isn't it? I am disappointed you have those wounds. No matter what the situation was, I will be disappointed in you if you keep on doing these kinds of things, Shiki-san. Her words penetrate sharply into my chest. Deep inside my heart, I want to apologize. Sorry, Kohaku-san. I probably did numerous things to make her disappointed in me. Disappointing Kohaku? To the gulag! Get out of here! Yeah, I'm an idiot and I regret it. I won't ever do it again. As long as you understand, then that is fine. I'm going to examine your wounds, so please take off your clothes. Eh? Kohaku-san pads over and grabs my shirt. She's telling me to get naked here. Wait, you don't have to go that far. I just wanted to put a little disinfectant on a few scrapes, that's all. What are you saying? Even if you say you only have a few scratches, they don't look that minor. No, I'm fine. I can do it by myself. That won't do. The ones on your back. Seeing the wounds on my back, Kohaku-san gasps. How terrible. Did you get into a fight with a Doberman, Shiki-san? Multiple of them. Yeah, well, something like that. Kohaku-san sighs in amazement. Jeez, now I really can't let you handle it, Shiki-san. Come on, please hurry up and take off your clothes. With your clothing on, I can't take care of you. No, I said I can do it myself. They aren't a big deal. I don't need to be naked. 666 mad doggos, exactly. I see. You must be embarrassed, Shiki-san. With a smile, she goes ahead and tries to remove my pajamas anyway. I am already used to seeing your body, Shiki-san. Please just take off your clothing. Used to? Kohaku-san? I've already changed your clothing once, so I know every detail of your body. What? Let's go, we haven't much time. If you take too long, Akiha-sama will notice. Ugh, I can't argue with that. But to get naked in front of Kohaku-san, it's... I guess it can't be helped. Shogunai wa? Then I will only examine your upper body. This way, there isn't anything to be embarrassed about, right? Even that's embarrassing, but I guess that's the best compromise. I guess so. Then please do. I sit down on my bed and take off my shirt. Kohaku-san expertly tends to my wounds. She carefully tends the wounds on my arms, shoulders, and back. The disinfectant sinks into the wounds. They sink in, but compared to my occasional dizziness or the pain from my old scar, it's nothing. While applying the disinfectant, wow, you really are a boy. Kohaku-san says happily, so it probably helped me to put up with all the pain. What does she mean by that? Now we have to stick on this compress patch. It may rub off, so let's bandage it. She puts a compress over my bruised chest and wraps a bandage around it. All finished. Are you sure you don't want me to do your legs? Yeah, I can do the rest. Thanks, Kohaku-san. I know you're busy and all. No, please do not worry about it. Then I'll be going back to the kitchen. When you are finished, please come to the dining room, okay? Kohaku-san walks to the door. Kohaku-san. Yes? Sorry. Like you said, fighting is just stupid. It's just a big bother, and nothing good ever comes from it. Kohaku-san looks at me in amazement, and then suddenly starts to laugh happily. I understand. I will let it go this time, okay? She happily says that and exits the room quietly. Alright, I'm here. Now only a door separates me from the sitting room where Akiha awaits. No matter what the circumstance was, there's no excuse for skipping school and not coming home for 2 days. Now, what do we do, chat? Do we apologize, do we lie, or do we tell Akiha the truth? Miss the classic blue filter hallway. Oh, does it not look like this in the remake? Oh, that's a shame. Alright, I can't explain the circumstances, so I'll somehow lie about it. Well, I just have to deceive her somehow. I don't think Akiha will understand about non-humans like Arcueid and Nero, so I'll have to minimize my lying without telling the truth. Alright, let's go. Taking a deep breath, I open the sitting room door. In the sitting room, Akiha is on the sofa and Hisui is standing by the wall. Good morning, Nii-san. Her gaze is telling me I am angry. Yeah, she certainly looks angry. Morning, Akiha. Let's dispense with greetings. Please sit there. I wish to speak with you, Nii-san. Her words are so forceful, I can't say no. I solemnly and calmly sit down on the sofa across from Akiha. Nii-san, this is very abrupt, but may I ask about these past 2 days? Ugh. Despite her polite language, Akiha's words are unmistakably a threat. But Hironi-chan cannot tell her such a story. About that, Akiha. Yes? What is it? The truth is, I ran into a minor acquaintance of mine and I showed that person around the city. Oh? A minor acquaintance? Yeah, I got to know the person just recently and we met just outside of school. I was asked to keep this acquaintance company until Sunday, so you skipped school and stayed away from home without even notifying me or asking permission? Akiha's gaze is extremely frigid. She seems even more shocked than angry. I remain quiet as Akiha stares at me wordlessly. And who was it? Huh? I asked who this acquaintance of yours is. She looks at me directly in the eye. I can feel her thinking, I will not be deceived. Well, If you can't tell me, that means you feel guilty about it, Nii-san. Her gaze shoots right through me. I get the feeling she'll attack me more if I look away, so I stare back at her. Well, this is totally random, but she does not remind me of the Akiha from back then. Her stretched back, her perfect posture, her unwavering eyes. Perhaps this is imprudent, but I honestly think she has become very, very beautiful. Shiki? Shiki, do not make me deal with this outside of her route. This is why Ryogi is the cooler Shiki. You know, Akiha. What? Your eyebrows are pretty thick. Bam! Akiha's leg smacks the table as she jumps up. Ah. How do I say this? She's surprisingly surprised? I don't get you at all. That wasn't something to be surprised about. With a deep breath, Akiha slumps her shoulders. Nisan, it seems like you do not wish to answer me seriously. That's not right. Honestly, I won't lie to you, says the guy who decided to lie to her. It's just that I have a lot of things I can't say to you. Jeez. Really, ever since we were small, I was never able to tell if you were an honest or dishonest person, Nisan. Really? I don't really remember how I was when I was small. You don't have to remember, but I haven't changed either. Pressing you like this even when I know how it will turn out. Maybe I haven't grown up at all. I understand. Then I will no longer ask about this. But please refrain from doing anything like this ever again. Nisan, you are the eldest son of the Tono family. If you do not understand your position better, it will be very troubling. Hey, that has nothing to do with this. Besides, you're the successor to the Tono family, so it doesn't really matter what I do. If you're so worried about the future of the Tono family, you should go find a husband appropriate for the Tono household. For some reason, Akiha descends into silence. What's wrong? Are you feeling alright, Akiha? It's nothing. If you have enough time to worry about me, please pay more attention to yourself. You have your chronic anemia to worry about, Nisan. Well, it is true that I frequently collapse from anemia. Anyway, please do not leave the mansion by yourself often. Even without that, the city is dangerous recently. Someone like you, who meanders about in a daze, is just asking to be attacked by that serial killer. Serial killer? Oh, those serial killings. Those serial killings where 9 victims have been found. Their bodies were all drained of blood, so they call it the modern-day vampire, but... Oh, that's okay. Those incidents, they won't ever happen again. Don't be so sure about that. Huh? It means the vampire isn't around anymore. That killer is caught already. Is that so? Nisan, how do you know about that? Well, I just happened to see it, but for sure, such things will not happen again. Yeah, at least there won't be any more people killed by Nero. These past 2 days spent with Arcueid, so many things happened, I really can't say just what is right and what is wrong. But the simple truth remains. I can say it was all for the best. Nisan? What happened? You suddenly seem very happy. Akiha looks strangely at my face. It's nothing. I just feel that it's finally over. A smile unconsciously creeps over my lips as I answer. It's 7:30. Akiha left 20 minutes earlier than me by car. After eating Kohaku-san's delicious breakfast, I decide to head for school. Hisui walks with me to the gate, carrying my bag. Well, I'll be going. Thanks for seeing me off, Hisui. Hisui wordlessly hands me my bag. Shiki-sama, Around what time will you be returning? You don't trust me either? It's okay. I'll definitely be back in the afternoon. I understand. Then please be careful on your way. Hisui bows deeply. Feeling a bit embarrassed about it, I leave the mansion's gate. At the intersection, there are only the figures of my fellow high school students. No young woman sitting on the guardrail like that one time. Well, of course. I probably won't ever see her again. First of all, her goal was to execute the vampire, and with Nero gone, there's no reason for her to stay around here any longer. Just a little bit in my chest. Things like regret and lingering affection. It is true she only brought trouble, but even still, it was fun being with her. What, am I stupid? I almost got killed. What part of that would make me feel lingering affection? The wounds from last night still hurt. Remember back to when you almost became Nero's food. You certainly don't want something like that to ever happen again. The school bell rings. Crap, I'll be late. Shaking off my idle thoughts, I run to the school gate. I fly into my classroom. It's still 5 minutes before class, so it's very noisy inside. I take a breath and head to my seat. With this much time left, I didn't even need to run at all. Yo, Duke of Delinquency! From behind, I hear the voice I never look forward to. What's going on, Tono? I never heard you were skipping class. It's a lot of trouble. You have to tell me when you skip school and go play. Arihiko says those preposterous words with an unbelievably happy expression. Why should I have to tell you when I don't go to school? Isn't it obvious? When you don't show, neither does Senpai, so it's bad unless I think of something ahead of time. What's bad for this guy? But seriously, what happened? Since middle school, you've had anemia, but never skipped school. Well, you did that cool trick several times, leaving as soon as you arrived. It's kind of like that. I made it to the intersection and felt bad, so I went back home. Both you and Yumizuka seem to be acting like bad students lately. Oh, what's up with Satsuki? Well, I'm guilty as charged, but is something wrong with Yumizuka-san? Curious how am I gonna handle the H scenes? I am playing a patched version that removes those. So we don't have to deal with them. Her? She's been absent lately. She was always such an honor student, so I think she might have been stressed out. But I bet she can't call a raise because she has a bad hand. Arihiko's words are always very unique. The homeroom chime rings out. Well, I'm off. Since you skipped Saturday, make sure you study hard today. Arihiko leaves the room quickly. In other words, he is going to skip class today. Morning classes end. With the bell announcing lunchtime, half the people in the classroom clear out. Well then, what should I do? Arihiko isn't here, so I should take my time and eat lunch. Oh? Tono-kun, you're here by yourself? Yeah. Senpai, did you come here to eat? Clever. You'll miss a lot of laughs and bones of the swords. Okay, so the first time I played through Arcueid Route a few years ago, I did not play the patched version. So I had to actually read the H scenes, and bro, they made me so uncomfortable. Like, the ones in Fate Stay Night are at least occasionally funny, but these ones were just... I did not like them. So, Even if I wasn't streaming, I would probably be playing the patched version. Did you come here to eat? Yes, I thought I would eat with everyone, so I hurried over here, but... She stares. Without any warning, she looks at my face intently. I don't know what she's thinking, but she suddenly draws close to me. Hey, senpai? She's right next to me, almost embracing distance. Something would be wrong with my heart if it wasn't beating quickly. Senpai doesn't say anything. She only stands right next to me and sniffs. Ciel? Huh? What is she doing? Senpai then gets away. Senpai? Tono-kun, did something happen? She asks me with a serious look. To be blunt, I don't know what's going on. Something, like what? I don't know. I don't know, that's why I'm asking. She looks up at me as if she was angry. Nothing. I'm just as always. Do I seem strange today? I'm not sure either. I just thought so perhaps I was just imagining things. Huh? I tilt my head in confusion. Well, shall we get lunch? You are eating at the cafeteria today, right, Tono-kun? If we don't hurry, the seats will all be taken. Yeah. You're eating at the cafeteria too, senpai? Yes, I want to eat something good today. She grins and pulls me by the hand as she starts walking. In the end, I talk with senpai about the athletic festival in 2 weeks and the culture festival shortly thereafter over lunch. To tell the truth, senpai saying I want to eat something good and ordering curry leaves more of an impression in my mind than what we talked about. Classes end and school is over. Well, what should I do now? This is a decision that I am going to make because one of these is better than the others. We are going to go into the city and look for her. I go out in town aimlessly. Why the heck am I walking around here for no reason? It's just a mistake. There's no way she'll still be around, and it's not like I have any reason to talk to her. So why did I think it was her? Why am I walking around town pointlessly like this? I have to go back to the mansion. I shake my head as if trying to clear my head of drunkenness and turn away from the non-existent illusion of Arcueid. Bruh. I head up the road and draw near the mansion. After a little more walking, I see Hisui standing by herself at the front gate. Huh? I wonder what Hisui is doing. Tilting my head to the side, I head for the front gate. Hisui realizes I'm here and bows her head. Welcome back, Shiki-sama. Yeah. Thanks, Hisui. I can barely reply since I'm bewildered by the respectfulness of it all. Were you waiting for me to come home? Obviously. Yes. Greeting the master is a servant's duty. Answering very matter-of-factly, she doesn't even bat an eyelash. Hisui, I'm truly happy you waited to greet me, but there's really no need to wait outside. I'll come back on my own, so you can just greet me whenever you realize I'm back. Hisui's face clouds slightly. Oh, maybe she was waiting for me to return like this on Saturday and Sunday. Hisui, I understand. Starting from tomorrow, I will wait for your return in the lobby. Hisui gives a quick bow and opens the mansion gate. Hisui turns around as she does so. For some reason, the atmosphere isn't exactly conducive to conversation. Hisui closes the gate after I pass through, then she silently walks to the entrance to open the door and leads me into the lobby. I get to my room. Akiha isn't back yet from her lessons, Kohaku-san is preparing dinner, and Hisui is cleaning the mansion. Jeez, there's nothing to do. Well, there's quite a mountain of studying, reviewing, and memorizing a student like me has to do, but I just don't feel like doing anything. Suddenly, Arcueid's face flashes in my mind. Whether good or bad, it's probably just a reaction to the crazy 2 days I just had. Perhaps spacing out here in my room will be good, giving my mind and heart a break. After eating dinner by myself in the large dining room, Kohaku-san treats my wounds and I go back to my room. Akiha didn't make it back in time for dinner. Her lesson was apparently going to last a while, so she was going to eat away from home. It's past 10 at night now. It's a bit too early, but since I'm exhausted, I should sleep early tonight. My body is exhausted, but I can't fall into a deep sleep. The wounds all around my body sting and wake up my mind as it tries to sleep. I look at the clock as I lie in bed. It's past 3 o'clock in the morning. Already 5 hours of unsatisfactory rest. Damn it, I can't sleep. Not being able to sleep when I want to, it's like torture. Tick, tick, tick. The sound of the clock's second hand gets on my nerves. Tick, 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 tick. Creak. Tick, tick, tick. Huh? I think I heard something mixed in with the ticking. It sounded like the door opening, but who would be coming at this hour? Tap, tap, tap. No, there's no mistake. Someone came into the room and is coming near me. Who is it? If someone was to come this late at night, it would be... might be Arcueid. Hey, Shiki, wake up. I hear a voice by my ear. Last night, the voice I heard until right before I slept. The voice I can't forget. Arcueid? I sit up in bed and look around the unlit room. Good evening. I'm glad you seem well. Arcueid greets me with smiling eyes. Good evening? Why did you come here? Succubus scene, oh boy, yeah. We'll see where exactly it cuts off. Is it strange for me to be here? Strange? Of course it... Well, maybe not. Come to think of it, the night is her time, so I guess it isn't strange for her to be anywhere. Aren't you the one acting strange, Shiki? I came all the way here to see you, and you're just lying there. Yeah, hold on. I get out of bed and stand up. But my body starts to tilt, and I fall back down on the bed. Huh? Something is strange. Blood wells in the back of my head, and my vision blurs. Something's wrong. Goodness, Shiki. Arcueid draws closer. She stands before me, and her red eyes... You can't do anything like that, right? What a convenient situation. I can hear her voice right by my ear. What's going on with me? She's right in front of me, but I can't stare at her face. Something is wrong. Though I try to look at her face, my eyes won't move. Somehow, I am transfixed by the beauty of her body. Her well-shaped, soft-looking bosom. God. Her delicately curved, embraceable hips. Her luscious red lips. After Tsukihime, you can play Kagetsu Toya. You'll need to cut a third of the game. It's that bad. She's a vampire. How could I possibly think like that? Shiki. Vampires are hot. Unable to move, I can only watch as Arcueid draws closer and closer to me. Hey, I get dizzy. Somehow, or something is weird. I can hardly breathe. My mind is blank. It feels as if my heart has stopped. I see. You can't move by yourself, huh? I can hear her voice by my ear. Casually, don't worry, Shiki. I will take good care of you tonight. Is that where it cuts? Okay, so normally I've been keeping it to 1 day per stream, but since that cut out quite a bit, we've only been going for less than an hour, so I guess we'll just go into day 6. Wait. Whoosh. I get up forcefully from bed. My breathing is out of control and my mind is still numbed with the feel of Arcueid. No, hold on, Shiki. Try to be calm, it can't hurt. First, this is my room. Check. That's good. Second, I'm on my bed. Check. Seems that way. And it's now morning and I was having with Arcueid until now. Check. That's good. That's not good. Never. Not even slightly. Not one bit. The sound of my panting fills the air. I manage to catch my breath. My hands gripping the sheets are drenched in sweat. There's a lingering warmth, as if I really was sleeping with Arcueid until just now. But it definitely was a dream. I can't tell if that's something I should be happy or disappointed about. Why did I see such a dream? Does that mean I'm so interested in her that I see her in my dreams? Does that mean I want her? I can't. Does that mean I want her so bad I do those things with her in my dream? As I remember, the sensation of her skin forces itself into my brain. I feel my arms to make sure this is real. Yeah, it's real. Her skin was so fundamentally different from a guy's skin. So soft, so warm. Dude, your skin can be soft too. Use some lotion sometimes. Just thinking about it makes my breath go wild. I should feel a bit guilty dreaming about doing that to Arcueid, but I recall the dream and just sit there thinking about it. Shiki-sama? Hisui, how long have you been here? I flail around off my bed as if trying to escape. No, in fact I was trying to escape, but I just ended up with me landing on the floor with the sheets. Hisui, how long have you been there? Since before you awoke, Shiki-sama! She speaks with her usual lack of expression. Still lying on the floor tangled in the sheets and unable to stand, I look up at Hisui's face. Before I woke up? Then that means Hisui saw my face when I was having that dream? My face turns deep red. Hisui just stands there, expressionless as usual, and makes no attempt to speak. Did I look It's strange. I do not wish to describe it. I knew it. I must have looked really weird. But if you insist, Shiki-sama, I can describe as accurately as I can. No, you don't have to do that. My face still flushed, I speak in a fading voice. Hisui-san. I give a cough to clear the silence. Adding san to her name is a clear sign of my vulnerability. What is it, Shiki-sama? I'm going to change, so would you mind waiting outside? Or rather, I'm so embarrassed I just want her to leave. But Hisui doesn't obey today of all days. Once I can confirm you are awake, I will leave the room, Shiki-sama. He's obviously awake. Huh? Is she joking? Why does she think I'm covering myself up in these sheets? It's to hide something that's still standing. I'm fine, so please leave. I can get up and I won't go back to sleep. I'll change and go to the sitting room as soon as you leave. Shiki-sama, are you hurt and unable to stand? Hisui approaches me out of worry. No, that's not it. I'm standing. I mean, I can stand, so don't worry about it. I crawl, pulling my sheets like a slug, and gain some distance from her. Using the bed as a barrier, I get far enough away. Then, please excuse me. I will prepare your breakfast, so please come after you change. She has got to be suspicious, but she bows and leaves the room. I was so surprised. The contents of my dream were surprising enough, but knowing Hisui saw me while I was dreaming is very troubling. It's all Arcueid's fault for doing something like that. Even now she's being bothersome. Really? Really what? I can't finish. What did I want to say just now? I'm not even able to confirm my own feelings. I decide to change and head to the sitting room with a vague feeling in my chest. After calming down sufficiently, I head to the sitting room. As usual, Akiha is sitting on the sofa, elegantly sipping tea. Good morning, Nissan. You are certainly up early this morning. She must be happy I woke up because she greets me with a smile. Yeah, good morning. There were, well, a lot of things going on this morning. As soon as I say that, I suddenly recall the memory of Arcueid's skin. This isn't good. I can tell my face is blushing beyond my control. Nissan? A brief clamor. What's wrong? Your face is red. Do you have a fever? Rushing over to me, she looks up at me from below. But in doing so, from this angle, Shiki, please. Akiha sighs. You do seem to have a fever. Kohaku, come quickly. Nissan doesn't seem to be well. Akiha calls out to the dining room. Kohaku-san has to be preparing my breakfast in the kitchen. I'm fine. It's just a minor cold, so don't worry. If it is a cold, then I can't let it go by. For you, a trivial illness is a big deal. The strength of your immune system is much lower than most people's. Akiha seems to be fed up and puts her hand on my forehead. The sensation of her cool, delicate hand. Shiki, please! This isn't good. This isn't good at all, so I break loose and run out to the lobby. Footsteps echo as I dash off. This is a really bad time for him to be just surrounded by girls. Shiki-sama? Have you finished your breakfast already? No, that's not it, but, where's my bag? I have your bag here. Are you already going to school? Nodding, I snatch my bag from Hisui. I'm going. Don't worry about seeing me off. Nissan, you've been acting strange. What are you doing with a fever like that? Jeez, I told you it's nothing. Since it's nothing, I'm going to school. I'll have breakfast later, so leave me alone. Leave you alone? Hey, Nissan! The sound of my fleeing footsteps is my only response. God. Even if it is Akiha, she wouldn't chase me this far. Since we're not kids anymore, she won't stop me from going to school. I take a deep breath and am finally able to calm down. What am I running away for? Once I calm down, I can think clearly. I didn't do anything wrong, so there was no need for me to run away like that. I don't believe it. I look like a complete idiot. But to go back to the mansion to eat breakfast sounds more dumb. To school, then? Letting out a sigh, I go downhill along the residential street. God. I arrive 30 minutes earlier than usual. The figures of the students around the school gate are sparse. It seems I'm the only one who's arrived at this odd time. On the school grounds, the athletic clubs are holding their practices. I'm not in any clubs right now, but truthfully, I like to move around a lot. I know that I have some athletic ability, at least enough to be proud of. But I can't join any clubs. My body always has this recurring anemia, so I would just be a bother, and my doctor has told me that I should not exercise frequently. Since middle school, I've been asked more than a few times to join a club, but I always have to say it's not my thing and refuse. Every time I refused, I felt a sense of separation. That might have been a subconscious wall that told me I will never be able to mix in with the people on the other side. That's enough. This really isn't my thing. I'll stop thinking such thoughts and hurry on to the classroom. Huh? I thought I was the first one, but it seems like some of my classmates are already here. Yo, you're early, Tono. Morning. This class seems to have a lot of people with spare time. Nah, our practice just got over with. Those that come here this early who aren't in clubs are usually only those with daily duties. I see. That does make sense now that he mentions it. Greeting those around me, I take my seat. It's half an hour before homeroom. It's not a bad idea to just watch my classmates arrive. The classroom starts to get busy around 7:50. Huh? I think I saw a senpai in the hallway. She's down at the first year hallway again. What is she doing? Maybe she came to see me? Then... Ooh, let's see, do we talk to her? Do we watch? Or do we go surprise her? Which one shall we do? Surprise her? Alright. An opening. I'll surprise her from behind. Senpai is glancing all around the hallway. I don't know if she's looking for something or someone, but she looks really suspicious. I get this sudden irresistible urge. Senpai's always taking everything at her own pace. I think I can respond sometimes to balance things out. Senpai is seriously searching for something. I sneak up behind her. Luckily, Senpai doesn't notice me at all. Here goes. Boo! Ah. I grab her from behind, but before I know it, I'm lying on the ground. Oh, Tono-kun? Senpai sounds worried. Yeah, it's me, Senpai. Jeez, don't surprise me like that. I reflexively got away, but are you alright? I'm fine. I just tripped. I stand up. I guess the strange looks from all the other students in the hallway are to be expected. Ow, 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 ow. Man, I think I hit my hip. Guess I shouldn't pull pranks like that. Regret. Exactly. I think I overdid it, but since it was your fault, I will not apologize. I know. Sorry, Senpai. I interrupted your search. Well, this mischievous boy will now go back to his classroom. Rubbing my butt, I start to head to class. Don't remember everything. Played years ago. You don't take responsibility. I only ask for chat input on decisions for decisions that don't really matter. So. Oh, wait, Tono-kun. Can you stand there as punishment? Stand here as a punishment? As usual, she says something strange. Sure, what is it? Just don't move, please. Like yesterday, she starts sniffing me again. Girl, what are you doing? Senpai? Tono-kun, did you sleep well last night? She looks directly into my eyes as she asks. Sleep well? That goes without saying. I couldn't get to sleep easily last night, and also, I blush as the memories resurface. He is not going to get away from this all day. With a piercing gaze, Senpai looks up at me. Senpai, Tono-kun, you pervert. Huh? With a look indicating she wants to say more, Senpai quickly walks away. At lunch break, that guy who didn't even show up for a single class arrives. Yo, Tono! Food, let's get some food! He's happy about something, being even more energetic than usual. Of course, food. But you seem to be in a great mood. Did something happen, Arihiko? Yep. I just asked Senpai if she wanted to eat lunch together, and she refused. That's odd. Senpai must be referring to CL Senpai, but this guy seems to get happy when his offer is refused. Hey, Arihiko, you have that sort of taste? No, I'm not finished. So I asked Senpai why not, and she said if Tono-kun is there, then I don't want to come. Isn't that great, Tono? That's odd. Why have I been friends with this guy since middle school? Oh man, she really hates you, Tono. A rival's loss is my gain, so I'll treat you to lunch today. Arihiko happily slaps my back. I see. Senpai's still mad at me about this morning. I have no idea why she's angry at me, but she definitely is angry. Hey, let's go, Tono. There's only seats enough for half the people using the cafeteria. Arihiko takes me by the arm and drags me off. I sit next to Arihiko and eat my lunch. My school's cafeteria has a television, and for better or worse for our education, they play back the morning news they recorded this morning. At any rate, the news they are playing back is talking about a drunk customer stabbing to death a convenience store employee, something that makes me not want to go to a convenience store for a few days at least. What a dangerous world we live in. Indiscriminate serial killers, drunken people stabbing people. A man can't even feel safe playing around at night anymore. Arihiko seems like he is seriously watching the news. Well, certainly it is dangerous, but at least those serial killings won't happen anymore, so things should be like usual. Oh, really? Did they catch the serial killer? No, they haven't caught him. But Nero is no longer in this world, so the stupid title of the modern-day vampire killings shouldn't be showing up in the news anymore, and there will be no more of those meaningless killings. Now, Shiki, I really want you to think about something. And that something is, in your experience, has Nero left a body behind? Has Nero only taken blood from his victims? No. Usually the blood is the only thing that's left. Anyway, those terrible incidents won't happen anymore. There won't be any more victims, and the streets will be back to normal. No, I think there will actually be another victim, Tono. What? How can you be so sure, Arihiko? Well, look for yourself. The news says they've found the 10th dead body. Huh? Aw, really? That's right behind the movie theater I always go to. Hey, wait. I push Arihiko and look at the TV. What I see is, without a doubt, the news reporting that the 10th victim of the serial killings was found last night. That can't be. Nero, is dead. So why is there another dead body with most of its blood drained? This modern vampire guy. I don't know anything about the person, but if it's like a sexy chick, I maybe wouldn't mind getting my blood sucked. Arihiko continues to be the realest person in this game. If it's like a sexy chick, he maybe wouldn't mind getting his blood sucked. His stupid talk might be right. No way. I don't want to think about it, but even with Nero gone, there's still one more vampire left, Shiki. Classes end and school is over. Actually, it's more like at some point school was over. Wrapped up in my bad thoughts, I look up and suddenly find myself alone. The serial killings are still happening. I don't know what that means. The only one who knows the answer is probably Arcueid. I don't know. I'm not involved in any of those incidents anymore. Once I settled things with Nero, I came back to the ordinary world. Then I can only be insane to want to go back to that abnormal world once again. I shouldn't be involved. I understand even if I don't say it. That's probably my second most correct choice. But a long, long time ago, someone taught me the most correct choice. Listen, Shiki, every person's life is filled with pitfalls. You have more power to do something about it than most people, so you've got to get it together. So I just can't pretend I didn't see it. This incident isn't over yet. It seems once I got involved in this incident, I have to see this out to the very end. I leave school. First, let's go to Arcueid's place. Her room is still the same, but Arcueid isn't there. Well, I didn't think I'd find her this easy. Looks like I have to go out into the city and look for her. The sun sinks and the city is really starting to get dark. I looked around the major places in the city, but I didn't even catch a glimpse of her. Damn it. She was around when it didn't matter, so why can't I find her when I do need her? What should I do? The night is just beginning, so... Hang on. This choice is a very complicated one, from the looks of it. I'm going to, I need to count up some things. Try to figure out what the best decision to make would be. At what point do we start getting our... Okay, 3... What's black? 6... Oh my god, this flowchart is a nightmare. I'm gonna say return to the mansion. 'Cause with that... Yeah, with that, if we have relatively low affection points with Arc, then we'll get more. And aside from that, it doesn't matter much. It's quiet at the mansion gate. The time is 7 o'clock at night. Akiha should be back, probably having tea in the sitting room. I'm not sure what's going on, but I hear voices coming from the sitting room. It's almost time for dinner, so it's strange for people to be just talking at this time. Kohaku-san should be in the kitchen, and I think a conversation between Hisui and Akiha would be out of character. Kohaku-san and Akiha are drinking tea, perhaps? Well, I guess that's most likely. First things first. I open the mansion's front door. Hisui is standing in the lobby. I'm a little late, but I'm back. Hisui silently greets me, devoid of any expression. She does not say her usual welcome back, and looks like she's in a bad mood. Did something happen? I might be imagining it, but you seem a little angry. There is a guest for you, Shiki-sama. She has been waiting in the sitting room, so please hurry there. A guest for me? Hisui nods. I wonder who. There isn't anyone who would come visit me. Oh, wait. I have this terrible, terrible feeling. Hisui, what kind of person is it? A pretty woman with golden hair. Hisui's response is straightforward. I wordlessly dash towards the sitting room. Too late. It seems the current state of affairs is already at a level I can't escape from. Welcome home, Nissan. Oh, you're finally back. They both greet me in completely opposite manners. What is this? Arcueid and Akiha seem to be confronting each other. They're both sitting down calmly. But while Arcueid's calmness is natural, Akiha's calmness is from her hostility toward Arcueid. Akiha takes a look at me. What is the matter, Nissan? You do not have to stand there. Please have a seat here. I feel like I'll get stabbed if I go over there. I'm fine. Anyway, Akiha, this person is, well... how should I explain this? Akiha would not believe me if I say she's a classmate of mine, and telling her I met her in town would be like throwing oil on a fire. Well, what is it? Now that we're in this situation, I think it doesn't matter what I say, but I have to make a good excuse and get out of it. That's what I have to do, but why did Arcueid come here in the first place? Did she say why she came here? I point to Arcueid in a desperate suicide gamble. She tilts her head, confused. Isn't she one of your friends, Nii-san? That is what she told me. Well, yeah, you could say she's a friend. I see. I really would like for her to be introduced to me. If she is your friend, Nii-san, I can't push her out of our house. Well, Akiha-san? I start to stammer again. Then Arcueid, unable to sit quietly during our sibling conversation, joins in without my permission. Please don't worry about it. I just came here to get Shiki, so we'll be on our way. Isn't that right, Shiki? My whole world jolts. This is bad. If I let her keep talking, she'll lead me to an early grave. Laughing desperately, I run to Arcueid and grab her arm. Hey, Shiki, what are you doing all of a sudden? There's no time to listen to her complaints. I pull on her arm and dash out of the sitting room, leaving a stunned Akiha behind. Hisui is in the lobby. She looks at me with somewhat colder eyes than usual as I run with Arcueid. Are you leaving, Shiki-sama? Yeah, I'll be back late. I really am sorry, but can you leave the gate open? Yes, as you wish. I dash past Hisui's courteously bowing figure and escape the mansion. Ow! Just what in the world were you thinking, taking me outside so quickly like that? That's my line! What in the world were you thinking? Coming into my house like that is just insane. Are you trying to destroy my life, you idiot? I grit my teeth as I glare at Arcueid. Idiot? Are you calling me an idiot? I'm calling an idiot, so what else is there, idiot? If you want to argue, I'm listening. Huh? I'm completely infuriated. It's been a while since I've been this mad, and once I'm mad, I have to say everything I want to the person I'm mad at, no matter who it is. Hey, I just came to see you. I didn't do anything to make you mad. Wait, are you serious, Arcueid? You only came to see me? I didn't even say anything weird. I didn't say anything to your sister about your eyes or about me or anything. Of course. If you did, we wouldn't be talking like this. I would not have hesitated and thrown you out if you did. I don't get it. Then why are you so mad? That's because you don't ever think. Look, you already stand out just being here. I'll say it now, but you should realize that just by being here, you cause trouble. For the time being, I said it all. Getting it all out of my system calms me, but obviously Arcueid isn't so calm. Looking like a cat, she stares at me ill-temperedly. What? Saying things like that? What do you mean I stand out? Don't I look like any other human? No, beautiful women always stand out. It doesn't have anything to do with being human. I answer directly. I answer so flatly that Arcueid understands flatly, too. Well, I said too much. It was the first time that's happened to me, so I kind of panicked. That's okay. It seems like I was the one to blame. Arcueid nods meekly. I feel a little guilty because I think there's something more to it than that. In the first place, why did she come to my house? Anyway, why did you come over? Well, I wanted to talk to you too, so I guess it's a good thing. Really? I was just wondering how you were doing, so I swung by to see you. I see. Next time, please do so in a different place. And as stealthily as possible, too. I'm worn out. Anyway, I want to have a serious talk. I want to talk about it somewhere else, since I feel uneasy here, so is that okay? Sure, but talk about what? You'll see. There'll be less people around, so let's go more towards the middle of the park. Telling her to come on, I start walking. Tilting her head in curiosity, she follows me obediently. What did you want to talk about, Shiki? About vampires. You said it before, that the recent serial killings were the work of a vampire. Arcueid nods. Then, do you know the morning news said another victim was found? She was killed last night and drained of blood. Arcueid's eyes narrow. Something like a freezing tension races down my spine. Oh, and? And? You... I swallow hard. She stares right at me. Almost a stare which says she will attack me immediately if I move even the slightest bit. Isn't it strange, Arcueid? Nero is dead, so why are these incidents still happening? Don't tell me that you... That's not it at all. That's not me, but another vampire. Arcueid responds immediately, loosening the tension. But I'm not satisfied. What do you mean? The work of another vampire? So they just keep coming? Of course not. The serial killings were always the work of just one vampire from the very beginning. So no new vampires will come, and Nero was unrelated to those incidents. Huh? Nero was unrelated? Shiki, if you think about it for like 2 seconds. What do you mean? It's just like I said. You're normally pretty sharp, but you're lost at some points. Think back, Shiki. Nero was a vampire, but did he ever suck human blood? Exactly. Suck blood? He ate humans and... Oh. I see. Why didn't I notice such a simple mistake? The victims of the serial killings are found with their bodies drained of blood. But Nero was different. He didn't leave any dead bodies behind. Exactly! He not only drank the blood, but also ate the meat, leaving no trace. To prove it, the people eaten by him in the hotel were treated as missing people, not killed people. So that means it is something completely different. Wait, then what is the serial killing going on right now? Just who is doing it? That's a different vampire than Nero. To be more specific, that vampire is why I came here, and Nero came here following me. It's that sort of correlation. But, so the one you're after wasn't Nero after all? Yes, I didn't ever say he was my initial target. I was his target, but he was never my target. My target is the one called the serial killer in this city. Shiki, I don't quite believe it, but don't tell me you made such a simple mistake. What? I gasp in shock. But it really is just as she says. She said her purpose is to kill vampires, so I just thought it was Nero she was after. So, what is it? Killing Nero that night was pointless? It wasn't pointless. You fought in my place. Well, if you didn't kill me, you probably wouldn't have had to do it in the first place. I feel a little dizzy. In other words, those vampire killings had nothing at all to do with Nero, and it was the work of another vampire? Yes, yeah, that's right. But that's my problem, so you don't have to worry about it. But more than that, hey. With an extremely happy smile, Arcueid looks up at me as I still stand there in surprise. How was last night? Who came? Huh? What does she mean by last night? I don't understand what she's talking about. After all, I'm the idiot who mistook Arcueid's words and made such a stupid mistake, so of course I don't understand what she's saying, and... Huh? Did Arcueid ask me who came last night? Arcueid, what do you mean by last night? That's strange. I know I sent you a dream familiar. Wait, what's that dream familiar thing? It's like a familiar that lets you see a dream about what you desire the most. You're a male, so I sent you a succubus. Wasn't it a good dream? A good dream? That was... I remember the realistic dream I had and my face turns red. That was your doing! Arcueid grins even more. Crap. If I stayed quiet, this conversation would have been over, but since I reacted so strongly... Ah, so you did get it. So who came? I know it was your sister, right? Ugh. Stop it. Stop it! Not Akiha. What kind of a guy do you think I am? Well, Shiki. I'm not crazy to do that to a sister. Well, Shiki. If it wasn't your sister, then was it the maids at the mansion? Arcueid looks up at me full of amusement. She's acting like the Arcueid from last night's dream. It doesn't concern you, so leave me alone. I look away from her and refuse. But Arcueid keeps saying, come on, over and over. Come on, tell me! You can at least tell me who you dreamed about. She asks like a curious kid. Every time I turn away, she keeps jumping in front of me, saying, come on! This is pure torture. She's as mischievous as last night's dream. I bury my face in my hands. Hey, Shiki, don't be quiet and tell me. Arcueid keeps looking at me with those upturned eyes. I can't. God. This is my limit. You. I hesitatingly let out in a quiet voice. Huh? What about me? Don't make me say it again. I'm saying that it was you who came. I shout angrily as I look away. Arcueid's eyes widen in surprise. Me? Yeah, it's not a joke. You came, and there's no way I can finish. Now Arcueid looks away from me, looking very uncomfortable. Neither of us know what to say. The uncomfortable silence continues. I can't bear the silence any longer and force out that cough. In the first place, why did you send me that dream familiar thing? Are you still angry at me for killing you? That's not it at all. I sent it as thanks for defeating Nero. I really am grateful to you. I thought you'd be extremely happy. As thanks? I'll pass on that kind of thanks. Having that kind of poor taste, just what are vampires thinking? I slump my shoulders. I don't know what she's mad about, but she looks at me with a dissatisfied expression. What's that all about, you meanie? I know I'm not human. She turns away, then starts walking off. Hey, hold on. Where are you going? It has nothing to do with you. Don't follow me. Is she really that angry? Arcueid walks away without even turning around. Where does she plan on going anyway? Maybe I did say too much. No matter what the results were or the methods used, she really thanked me with good intentions. I start to feel intense regret and think that maybe I should have just accepted her gift happily. Damn it. Why is it that I just can't leave Arcueid alone? Hey, I said wait! Surrounded by the night, Arcueid walks down the street. She looks straight ahead, her white figure with golden hair fluttering. It bears a horrible resemblance to the first time I saw her. No, or perhaps it's like the time she faced off with Nero. For some reason, I have a bad feeling about this. Hey, Arcueid! Arcueid continues to walk without turning around. I want to talk to you. You can at least tell me what you're going to do. Of course, Arcueid just continues without turning around. Continues walking without turning around. It'd be miserable if I left it like this. I decide to follow her silently for now. The footsteps echo through the night air, and then Arcueid suddenly stops and turns around. Don't follow me. Don't you understand it's troubling for a normal person like you to follow me around? So tell me what you're going to do and I'll go back. It doesn't concern you, so leave me alone. Arcueid strides off once more. Crap. It seems like our wordless wandering is going to continue. When we approach the main street, Arcueid freezes. Found it. Huh? Her voice is cold, like a totally different person's. A chill runs up my spine. Even from behind, I can feel the hostility manifesting itself in her. Arcueid, what are you... I can't even finish. It's clear what she intends to do without saying anything. Without a doubt, there's nothing but the pure, unadulterated intent to kill. Hey, what are you thinking? Arcueid doesn't answer. Her eyes are fixed solely on a man in a business suit walking by. Shiki, take off your glasses and look at that person. That person? You mean the businessman? Hurry. If you want to know what I'm doing, then leave the questions for later. Alright. I don't like to look while in town, but... I take off my glasses. Gah. Instantly, a light headache springs forth. In exchange for the pain, I can see lines running all along the walls and the ground. Another question, Shiki. You only see points on living things, right? Huh? Yeah, that seems to be true. Things like buildings only have lines. I saw them back during the time in that hotel, but at the cost of a headache that almost caused me to pass out. Right, since you are a living being, you can't comprehend the death of inanimate objects. So in order to see the death of inanimate objects, you must first connect them to a circuit of the same orientation as them. To see, you have to comprehend them first. Then, another question. Shiki, how does that person look to you? It'll just be the same as always. Huh? Without thinking, I step backwards. What is that? Certainly, all humans have lines on them, but they only have countable amounts, and they also look like geometric patterns. But what is that? There are lines running all through him. Those lines are all over him like blood vessels, so much that I can't even make out his appearance. I want to puke. Those black lines, scribbles making a human shape. Everywhere throughout it, I can see black points that look like they are flowing blood. Shiki, how does it look? I was hoping it would look normal to you. I can't answer. Right now, it takes all my strength just not to vomit. I see. How unfortunate that you can even see death on that thing. Yeah, it's not normal, but I can still see the lines. I knew it. You can even kill the dead. The fact that they don't have any life has no meaning for you. Something that moves, something that breaks, you can stop it completely without exception. You're more of a monster, Shiki. As you saw, you can't call that thing human anymore. It's a vampire that deceives death by sucking the blood of other people. Arcueid quickens her steps. She walks straight towards the man. Hey, Arcueid! Stay there, Shiki! Did that young man realize Arcueid was there? He starts running towards a back alley. Arcueid strides silently. Underneath the moonlight, she disappears into that alley. Thump. The sound of my heartbeat is awfully close. It's not even real late at night. Even though I'm in the midst of a bustling shopping district, I can't sense anyone besides myself. Thump. My glasses. I have to put on my glasses. If I don't do that, I'll see terrible things. I'll see something so terrible that everything I've seen so far would be nothing in comparison to it. Thump. But my body won't move. My eyes that can see this patchwork world look towards that alley in fascination. Suddenly, sounds vanish. And the presence of other people, the sound of the wind, and the smell of the dirt, all of it freezes. Get under the frozen moon. A bizarre noise sounds from the other side of the wall. Go. No way I can see it. I can't hear anything. A sickening sound. But I can see it. My eyes definitely see the sound of death and death crashing. Gah. My vision turns crimson. Why do my eyes see death? Something that shouldn't be able to be seen. My glasses. I have to put on my glasses or I'll go insane. I hold back the rising gorge in my throat and use my shaking hand to put on my glasses. Sound and light return. Now that I'm calm, I glance around and see nothing out of the ordinary in the shopping district. The bustling of many people passing by. The brightness of a store's decorated show window and the sound of rushing car engines. I'm panting excessively. I can hardly breathe. Even though I put my glasses back on, I can still feel a lingering remnant of that death, and it makes me sick. Arcueid? Arcueid walks out from the alley with faltering steps, breathing even harder than I am. Shiki, I see. You were still here. Shoulders heaving up and down, she passes by me. Her body sways back and forth, and she walks weakly as if she was sick. To be honest, I still feel nauseous, but seeing Arcueid in pain like that makes me bear it. Wait, what in the world? I'm fine, just a little tired, so don't worry. It really doesn't concern you, Shiki. Idiot, if you're tired, then rest. With such a pale face, you can't be fine. Even as I breathe shallowly for air, I grab Arcueid's arm. Hey now, you say that, but you look like you'll collapse too. It's just my anemia. If you have time to worry about me, worry about your health. It's fine. There's no point in worrying about it anyway. Her breathing really is weak. Don't tell me, that wound from that time, it hasn't healed? But I can't bring myself to finish. It's because she got it saving me. She doesn't answer and looks down. That is affirmation rather than disagreement. What are you doing in your condition? You have to take it easy until you're fully healed. I do think I'm taking it easy. No, you're not. Even if you are at a level beyond humans, what in the world were you doing earlier in your condition? I just can't leave her be. I knew it. I just can't leave this person who's always getting into trouble alone. Don't be silent and answer me. Until you tell me, I won't go away. I grasp both of her shoulders. Still looking down, she gives a slight nod. Geez, you really are persistent. Fine, let's go somewhere else to talk. Releasing herself, she waveringly starts to walk away. We come to the park. As if walking restored her strength, her face looks as cheerful as always. Well, as you wish, Shiki. I'll talk about whatever you want. I don't know where her previous weakness went, but she looks really haughty all of a sudden. Then I'll ask, but just what was that guy earlier? You said he was a vampire. Was he what you were after? No, he certainly is part of my target, but putting the dead back into the grave isn't my goal. I only got him because he was a minion of my enemy. If I left him alone, he would kill more people to increase his power. Arcueid, could you explain it so I can understand? I don't even know if that guy was even human or not. Oh, I guess I never really did explain to you in detail about vampires. Nero was sort of an aberration amongst the vampire race, so I didn't really need to explain it at that time. What is a normal vampire, then? What I mean is what you all think of vampires. Immortal, never aging, sucking human blood, turning that human into a vampire, being destroyed by sunlight, all of that. My enemy is that old type of vampire. So you mean this enemy of yours is the one behind all the recent serial killings? I suppose. But the killing of all those people by sucking their blood might be the work of the dead, like the one you saw earlier. Shiki, you remember how Nero's body was made of all those familiars, right? Yeah, that's not exactly something I can easily forget. The dead are like that. When humans have their blood sucked by a vampire, they can also receive some of the vampire's blood. They die, but remain in this world as a servant of the vampire. They are called the dead, and they are like the vampire's familiars. Maybe it's easier to understand if I use the word zombie. It's closer to the voodoo belief in Haiti, where the white serpent god Damballa is invoked to control a dead body, but let's just say a dead body that moves is a zombie, okay? Yeah, I can visualize it better that way. I get it. So that man was killed by a vampire who uses him as a zombie? Yes, Arcueid nods happily. I'm still confused, though. Why would a vampire do that? Killing people, not letting them die, but controlling them? What bad taste. You're right, those vampires do have bad taste. But that's something only the dead apostles do. Those that were always vampires from the very beginning do not do such things. Always vampires from the very beginning? I remember. You said there's two types of vampires. Those who were vampires originally, and those who were humans. When I heard that before, it kind of got stuck in my head. I thought it was a little odd. So what exactly do you mean by those who weren't originally vampires? Simple. I'm just saying that dead apostles used to be humans. They either gained immortality through magic or became servants of the true ancestors that sucked their blood. Shiki, you said it was bad taste to use killed humans, but that's just the least of it. There are other vampires who think up worse games. A game? What is that? You guys kill for fun and use their dead bodies as toys? I won't deny that. For vampires, amusement is the same as breathing. For those who were once human but gain imperfect immortality, their greatest enemy is boredom. They didn't have a reason to become immortal to start with, so once they gained immortality, they lost all kinds of greed. Their goal was immortality itself, so I guess that's just the way things are. They're bored, so they want to play? Don't be ridiculous. Isn't it enough that they won't age or die? Do they really need anything else? That's what I said. They got everything they wanted. After that, there is no meaning to existence. As soon as someone realizes they have no value, that their life is stopped, then their meaning of existence disappears too. Immortality is also another word for death. So they started to wear down, and they started to create their own amusement, as if to tell themselves they could have fun as long as they lived. That's their beginning. They copy humans and see themselves in a game as lords of a castle expanding their territory. I guess you could call it a country of the dead. It seems they got more enjoyment out of that than they expected. She speaks as if she was talking of other people. Arcueid should be one of those, but she certainly doesn't seem like she has that sort of hobby. Well, we'll change the topic, but the Dead Apostles were originally human. There are a few cases where they became vampires through their own magical research, but the majority of them were humans who had their blood sucked. They are immortal, but they can't last forever. They can only be immortal if they drink the blood of others. Didn't I say their immortality was imperfect? If they can't feed on humans, then their immortality is gone. Wait a minute, isn't that odd? In order to become immortal, they drink the blood of humans, but doesn't that mean new Dead Apostles will be born every time they do that? That's true, but things get complex from here. The people who have their blood sucked die. But at that time, if the Dead Apostles place a little of their blood inside the corpse, the body cannot die. Those bodies that were unable to die stay a number of years in the grave, and when the brain decays and the soul is fixated in the body, they become a flesh-eating corpse, a ghoul. Only 1 out of every 100 people have this potential, so not everyone gets to stay. Well, there are those that have the natural ability to step up this progress and become a vampire immediately, but this is so rare it's out of the question. So the dead bodies that became ghouls eat the flesh of other corpses in order to sustain their decayed body parts. After restoring their bodies fully, they can become zombies, members of the class of living corpses, the living dead. So these living dead, is that the dead from before? Not at all. The dead are just puppets. The living dead are much weaker than the dead, but they are members of the vampire race with a will of their own. They are on a different level than those manipulated dead. And after many years, once a living dead is able to restore its intelligence, it becomes a vampire. There's probably about only 1 out of every 10,000 who have this ability. Tsukihime has so many types of vampires. Nasu was 110% after writing Mihoyo. There is so much going on in the Nasu-verse, always. This man loves to make things needlessly complex. I said it before, but the more potential you have, the higher the success rate to stay. We call the Dead Apostles the ones that make all these kinds of vampires. That's still odd. If this game goes on, then won't the world be overflowing with vampires eventually? Not necessarily. The Dead Apostles usually get killed by the new vampires they created. Didn't I say it before? They act like humans. For their own enjoyment, they place their own blood inside the humans they preyed upon. 1 out of tens of thousands of these corpses become vampires and eventually kill their parent vampires, becoming a new Dead Apostle themselves. Like knights becoming lords through strength of arms and killing the king. They can only survive by playing those sorts of games. Yeah, I don't really understand why, but I guess that stops them from dying of boredom. The whims of an existence close to a devil, I suppose. Even if they are immortal, if they can't hold on to their meaning for existence, it is an empty immortality. Arcueid remarks how silly it is as she slumps her shoulders. I see. Then that dead that you killed earlier, that was something like a soldier of the Dead Apostles? Not so much a soldier as a puppet. The Dead Apostles control the dead bodies by skipping the process of becoming a vampire. The dead are completely connected to their parent vampire. In order for them to survive, they attack others to eat their flesh, but more than half of that energy goes to their master. Like a queen bee nourished by the worker bees, the Dead Apostle can use the dead to increase their power while they sleep. My enemy can't be found easily because he's using a lot of the dead. He only dirties his hands once. After that, he simply controls the dead while he sleeps and expands his territory. They say many bodies are found in the recent supposed serial killings, but those are actually just failures. To tell the truth, there are over 100 victims in this city, but only a small amount, the ones discovered, are the victims in the news. What? Over 100? There are that many that had their blood sucked? And all those people suck the blood of others to make them into monsters like themselves, like that wandering, lifeless thing earlier. That's ridiculous. 3 days ago, I remember how all those people in the hotel were killed for no reason. I was there, but I didn't see it, so I can only visualize and can't really tell what kind of violence it was. It's still the same. I can't fathom the existence of vampires that suck human blood just to increase their own territory. Just without reason, without even recognition. If someone close to me died like that, how would I act? I don't want to imagine it, but for a brief instant, I imagine Akiha being drained of blood and discarded like trash. What makes me mad is that this worst-case scenario could happen at any minute in this town, and I didn't even have a clue about it before. I knew you would be angry, Shiki. I didn't want to talk about it, because for the prey, for you guys, this is an inexcusable evil. For people like you, the actions of the vampires are inexcusable. That's right. Do I already know the identity of the serial killer? I believe so. It's been a few years since the last time I went through Arcueid Route. Well, the first time, really. But, I think I know who it is. I know who the ultimate antagonist of this route is, so I'm assuming it's him, but I don't exactly remember. That's right. That's just all so ridiculous. Even if it's people I don't know about, they have their past and even the dreams they hoped for. Even I don't want to be killed just for the fun of it. That's just too regretful. It's too meaningless. That's all just so regretful, isn't it? That's right. All those people were killed by Nero in the midst of fear and chaos. Weren't their last thoughts full of regretful sadness? That night at the park, that girl who was killed by Nero when she passed by the park by sheer coincidence. She didn't even realize when she died. That meaninglessness. The abruptness of its ending. A death no one else even knows about. When it happened, I was broken apart by the complete irrationality of it all. My fear of Nero disappeared, and more than anything else, I hated him. I can't accept it. No matter what the reason, I can't accept it. I grit my teeth. Shiki, there is no reason. For them, it's just a game. That's why it's ridiculous. It's just a game to you all? Nero and this other guy, what do they think human life is? They come up with such games because they think it's nothing. Even I can't understand how they think, nor do I intend to. But if you ask who is at fault here, it's the weaker one, right? In the end, those that are killed are at fault. It's all the will of nature that those who are unable to protect themselves are killed. What? But, Shiki, if you talk about it that way, your human species is really strong. The ability to make up for their weakness as a species with other things, that makes them the strongest in a way. Probably the only ones that can kill the greatest creature called the world are you humans. But even though they are strong as a species, they are weak as individuals. They can't live without sacrificing the lives of those not of their race, which is the ultimate evil, is it not? It doesn't matter if they have intelligence or not. For you guys, everything is fair game for food, is it not? So the ones doing the killings are always right. If there is a sin, then it is you guys not being able to protect yourself under that rule. That's just the argument of the strong. Humans aren't as strong like you all. Because we can't protect ourselves fully, that's why we have to live together to help each other. I don't know what to do if somebody like you guys came in and... That's true. That is your defense mechanism. Since you can't protect yourself when those kinds of species enter your group, you guys make rules to ensure they are unable to enter. Yes, it's just like you say, Shiki. So usually, this town's case doesn't happen. You may not know it, but your human race is really strong. You have erected a defense mechanism against those races which far exceed yours. If it was functioning properly, this city would not have had a vampire these last 8 years. Defense mechanism? Yes. The reason vampires hide the bodies of their victims and stay out of sight isn't because they don't want to be known to humans. To protect their own lives, they conceal their identity and expand their territory. They don't want it to be known that vampires exist at all. If they moved about freely, the defense mechanism would arrive. Well, they probably haven't arrived even though that modern-day vampire news is going on because this is an atheist country. Church lore! Her word choice is too unique and I can't really grasp what she's saying. But you can relax, Shiki. Even if their avowed enemies are not in this country, I'm here right now. Didn't I say earlier my purpose was to execute vampires? I don't know where that heavy atmosphere went because Arcueid instantly becomes cheerful. Yeah, I remember. But you're a vampire too, right? Why do you side with us humans? I'm not really siding with you humans, but I'm doing it because I don't have anything else to do. She doesn't have anything else to do? I still don't understand her. Well, doing that does bring the dead apostles after me, but you beat Nero who was pursuing me, didn't you, Shiki? So now I can go back to the original plan and defeat my enemy. You can go back to living your normal life now, and you don't have to associate with me anymore. She smiles as if she is happy about something. Ah, yeah. That makes me happy, but are you okay by yourself? Those words float in the back of my head. There's something wrong with me. Feeling guilty about letting her face danger all by herself. There really has to be something wrong with me. Shiki? Why are you making that troubled face again? Because I'm troubled. This is something that involves the city I live in. I said you shouldn't worry. In 2 or 3 days it'll all be over and there won't be any more victims. Yeah, honestly, I don't want to be involved. But saying that line, shouldn't I, the one actually living in this city, say that line instead of Arcueid? Arcueid. Can I ask a question? This enemy you speak of, is he strong? Well, he should be many times superior to the dead earlier. I haven't met him this time, but he has been latent for 8 years, so maybe he's a class 5 by now. You're saying he's stronger than the dead before? Looking like she was in so much pain from fighting just him, isn't she taking him a little lightly? Class 5? I don't get it, but does that mean he's stronger than Nero? Not a chance. Nero was special. He was a pure, supreme vampire that would be difficult to defeat even with my full power. Compared to him, this enemy is pretty weak. Oh, then there's no way you'll be defeated. I breathe out in relief. Who knows? A few days earlier and he wouldn't be a problem, but now I'm just recovering. The possibility that he has more power is actually high. Recovering? Are you sick or something, Arcueid? Shiki! Yeah, I still have the effects from when you killed me, and I don't think I'll be fine for at least a few more days. Ah. That's right. The reason why Arcueid is weak. It isn't anyone's fault but mine. Arcueid lightly touches her side. It seems the wounds don't heal like usual. I could manage the outside, but I can't seem to heal the inside. that wound as well. The one she received to save me. I'm at a loss for words. It's completely my fault she's in that position. So why? Why doesn't she hold it against me? Why does she just give that innocent smile? You need to stop. Until you heal up, you should just rest. If you take a day or two off, things won't be that bad, so... That's no good. Thanks to Nero coming, the enemy knows I'm here. If I rest, that's like telling him I'm weakened. So you're saying you're going to keep on going like this? Yes. Since I don't know where the enemy's lair is, I have to keep destroying his blood supply. If I cut that off, it'll force him to come out. Arcueid, what if that's tomorrow? Wouldn't you be killed instead? Then... I want to tell her to stop, but I halt mid-sentence. Like Arcueid says, if the enemy sees that weakness, Arcueid might be killed. More than anything else, I learned from the past 4 days. Arcueid isn't someone to stop halfway once she's decided to do something, no matter how much it hurts. Damn. Arcueid won't stop. If I leave her alone, she probably won't even be able to talk like this anymore. It makes me mad, but she's not even afraid of her own death. Is that so? Why does she smile like that? If she doesn't smile like that, if she acted more like a real vampire, I wouldn't have to feel like this. What's wrong, Shiki? Your body is shaking. Do you need to go to the bathroom? Why are you so relaxed? Damn it. I don't want to lose her. I don't know what this feeling is, but these past 4 days are not something I can just forget about. So, to part here, with the possibility she may die tomorrow, the regret would be completely, utterly, unbearably difficult. Give me a break. My eyes are already broken, but my heart's going to break as well. Arcueid is a vampire, and I don't want to be involved in something like that again. I remember the fight with Nero. Just thinking about it sends chills down my spine. The fear of being one step away from death still remains. This is the same. Definitely, the opponent this time isn't normal. There's really no need for me to be involved. Since Arcueid is saying she'll handle it, I can rely on her. But even knowing all of that, I just can't leave her alone. Damn, what the hell is wrong with me? I kick the ground. I'm angry at myself for not accepting any reasoning or excuses. What? What's wrong, Shiki? Getting so angry like that all of a sudden. Yeah, I'm just angry at my stupidity. Why I want to say this after all that which happened to me. I feel more mad now that I actually say it. Being this stupid, I know if I could see myself in a mirror, I'd break it to pieces. Hey, really, what's wrong, Shiki? You're not acting normal. Yeah, I'm not. If I was acting normal, I really wouldn't say this. I spit. I really don't want to admit it, but it's already a done deal. Because my mouth has already confirmed it for me. Oh, I just can't understand it, Shiki. What is it? You keep saying you're going to say something, but what is it? Stupid, isn't it obvious? Until your body heals, I'll help you. That's what the stupid fool Tono Shiki wants to say. Huh? Arcueid looks at me in total surprise. As for me, finally saying it kind of calms me down. Shiki, is that for real? I groan. I didn't hear it. Please, can you say it again? I groan more. No matter how much I regret it, it's done. The instant I formed my feelings into words, I can't lie to myself any longer. Hurry. I want to hear those words again. Arcueid asks softly. Looking off into the distance, I try to sound reluctant. I guess it can't be helped. It's my fault that you're weakened now, and I can't leave the monster roaming the streets alone either. I can't rely on you while taking care of it myself. I can't rely on you taking care of it by yourself. Words. So if you let me, I want to help you. That's what I said. Shiki! Arcueid's eyes are suddenly alight. She grabs my hand and happily shakes it up and down. Well, I may not be that helpful, but it has to be better than nothing. Yeah, if you're helping me, then there's nothing to be afraid of. She keeps shaking my hand up and down. How do I say this? She really does seem happy. But what do we do now? Do you want to search for more of the dead like before? Yeah, I think that's all we can do for now. The one before was the 12th, so I don't think there's many more. The parent vampire will have to come out once they're all destroyed, so we have to hunt the remaining ones for now. Is that still okay? She asks. Anything is fine. I'm just with you. If you lead, then I'll follow. Well, shall we start again? No, that's good for tonight. They usually follow a fixed route, and the other dead will probably not be out tonight. Since they're fewer in number, I don't think he'll let them all come out at once. Oh, really? But doesn't that mean this enemy will try to hide the dead from you, Arcueid? Basically. But since this enemy is a vampire, he needs to steal the blood and energy of others. So even though he knows I'm searching for them, he has to send the dead out to get the minimal blood he needs. Then the minimal dead he sent out was that man from before, huh? So searching further tonight will be useless, I think. Well, I don't mind. Shiki has the mystic eyes of death perception, end of life variant, and thinks he can't help. Yeah. He's a little bit dense sometimes. Well, I don't mind, but it is tedious though. Yeah, hunting vampires is tedious work. We have to find the coffin of this enemy somewhere in this city, so it won't be easy. Arcueid lets go of my hand and jumps back softly. Arcueid? Let's say goodbye for tonight. We'll meet tomorrow. With her dance-like steps, she watches me as she gets further away. Tomorrow? Wait, where should we meet? Here's fine. The time... yeah, around 10 o'clock should be fine. With a smile, she makes that promise. Good night, Shiki. I'll see you here tomorrow. And, waving her hand, Arcueid disappears. I get back to the mansion. As it is very late, the mansion is completely dark. This can't be good. I put my hand on the mansion gate. Ka-chang! A sturdy chain holds it closed. Dang, I shouldn't cut this. I think a bit. Then I decide to climb over the gate. I'm exhausted. After sneaking over the wall like a thief, I quietly make my way to the doorway. The gate was locked, but the door isn't. It must have been Hisui. I give a sigh of thanks. So as not to wake Akiha, Kohaku-san, or Hisui, I sneak my way through the mansion. Letting out a breath, I lay down on the bed. My promise to Arcueid. Maybe it's fate, but you've gotten yourself tangled up in trouble again, Tono Shiki. Ryogi has the beginning of life variant. She can kill everything, cuts the bond to the root. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I knew that they were considered different variants, but I mean, Tono's version does appear different from Ryogi's version. They have different designs, and the things they see look a bit different, so that makes sense. Could I help it? I just can't leave her alone. Or maybe I didn't want to leave her alone. Well, I do think she's pretty. I don't understand my feelings right now. Right now, I'm not too sure what is right and what is wrong. At any rate, it looks like I'll be helping Arcueid once again, starting tomorrow. So for now, I shouldn't think of anything else but getting a good night's sleep. There's one more soon. Ooh. Alright, well, went through 2 days instead of the usual 1 tonight. That was a bit much, I think. So, we're gonna go ahead and wrap things up for tonight. Tomorrow we're gonna be playing Grand Blue. Haven't decided what exactly we're going to do yet, but probably one of the collab events. I might do the Sidam collab. I want that PR summon. Sunday, we're doing Genshin. And of course, we'll be back with more Tsukihime next Friday. So, thank you to everybody who stopped by tonight, and I hope to see you all next time.